Okay, so we are back, it would seem. Yep, there it goes. Alright, so today we are live streaming more Doom. And today's Doom is, of course, Project MSX. I'm not sure what MSX stands for. It possibly could be the Japanese 8-bit computer, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, this is one that I actually either A, discovered it myself, or B, someone recommended it to me. We're actually playing this on easy, because I find that this mod ups the difficulty considerably. So, I know that's kind of lame, but I'd like to actually get somewhere in this particular WAD today. And Kuraba, 1982, you got in here fast. So, hello to you, sir. So, this mod is somewhat like Brutal Doom in some respects, although the blood effects are not nearly as great. Instead, it turns the game into a sort of like almost a modern sci-fi shooter, which is not a bad thing. You got an energy shield. Actually, the HUD here looks a bit like the Fear 2 HUD. That's what it looks like, in some respects. And really, it's a lot more difficult than a lot of other enhancement ones, especially Brutal Doom. But I actually find that I rather like this one, even more so than some of the Brutal Doom and some of its contemporaries. Not really sure what it is about it, but it just works quite well. I guess because it has more of a sci-fi aesthetic, and maybe it's just because I played a great deal of Brutal Doom. So it could be one or the other. But so far, I've been enjoying this particular enhancement. This WAD is Unholy Realms. It's just one I picked out of the Kako award folder. I forget what year it is, and I think that the death scream of the enemy soldiers are actually... Holy crap, that's a lot of enemies. And I'm gonna die. Yep, I am so dead. No, I was able to jump over him. Shit. It's very easy to die. And Kuraba 1982 states that Brutal Doom version 20 is epic, many little improvements, and I agree with that, actually. But I've just played so much of it. And I would like to showcase some non-Brutal Doom WADs, because Brutal Doom is well known by many, many people, but it's not the best in the entire community, though. I've not really been part of the Z-Doom community for a very long time. I used to be pretty active in, well, not making any, but playing a lot of them. And then I just sort of moved on for a little while. But, yeah. Project MSX, not bad. Not bad at all. Makes it way more difficult, though, even on easy. Because your enemies, oh yeah, you get grenades. The grenades in here aren't quite as good as the Brutal Doom grenades. Really, they don't have a good bounce at all. The Brutal Doom grenades actually probably are... Well, the Brutal Doom grenades and the ones from Project Brutality are good because they actually behave like real grenades, whereas these just sort of... You throw it and it stops. So it's not that amazing. I also find that there's some difficulty with ammo capacity in this game. It's like... And reloading sometimes can be a bit of a chore, just because your enemies don't seem to need to reload, which is one of the good things about Brutal Doom, because they can reload, and so you do get a chance to pop in and shoot them. That's a neat effect. But yeah, the very first WAD that I actually used for Doom, this is basic Z-Doom back in the day, not GZ-Doom, Z-Doom, was actually, I do believe, the Doom 3 weapons pack. Really rather like that, because I was a big fan of Doom 3 at the time, and, well, still am. Okay, let's see, do we have any ammo for anything? Yeah, because we got shotgun ammo. That's good. The weapons do, of course, sound very nice. I mean, they sound very meaty. They sound very real. So I'm not going to complain about that. Really... I would also like to eventually play the Modern Warfare Weapons mod. I was informed about that by the M-Man, actually, who rather likes it. I haven't been able to get it to work for whatever reason. It always crashes for me. Which I just find hilarious, though. Modern Warfare and Doom. It almost seems like sacrilege of some description. Where the hell am I supposed to go? But I suppose it could work. Okay, so that didn't go anywhere. That also didn't go anywhere. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. So, when in doubt, no clip. Aha! I should turn no clip off at this point, shouldn't I? I'll read the chat in just a second. Let's end the level. That's also a neat little effect as well. Water treatment. Survived. Now storage. And Sakuraba, 1982, says, if I could choose an epic Let's Play for you, I think seeing you play Colonial Marines would be hilarious. Oh my god. Colonial Marines Let's Play. You know, I've thought about it. It's funny you should mention it. I have thought about doing a Colonial Marines Let's Play. Because in a few months I'm going to get myself a new graphics card so I can actually record that. But a Colonial Marines Let's Play would actually probably be a good amount of fun, just because I do something like an MST3K kind of concept, where it's just every little bit I just have to stop and comment on it. It's like, oh yeah, that's great AI. Oh my god. Or like, okay, that makes no sense. Why is Michael Bine here? What? That game, man, that game. Yeah, because like my soul was crushed too when I played that, because I actually gave it the benefit of the doubt. I really did. I had thought it would be good. I really did. I had hoped it would be good. And it wasn't. It just was... That's why I had to start... That's why when I finally reviewed it, I had to start it up in a more hilarious way instead of just, this game is bad. That's why I had to show that the Colonial Marines, and I'll do that total conversion at some point. The Colonial Marines total conversion for Doom is a much better game, and it's a Doom game. And, you know, the idea of a Doom... Of the Doom game being better than the modern incarnation is just hilarious. It just goes to show you how creatively bankrupt they were. It's like, seriously, how hard would it have been to make Colonial Marines a good game? And incidentally, I recall reading that the people who actually did the majority of the work on it were from the people who did... what was the game they did now? I can't recall. Oh, crap. X. It's like in the Fear series, you can carry medkits with you. But like, I think it was like... I think Sega was the one that actually provided all the money. And it was actually Gearbox who was supposed to do the development, but they didn't actually do the development. It was actually some other publisher who I don't think has had a very good pedigree of games. I can't remember what game... I think they did Section 8, that multiplayer shooter that wasn't that... Section 8 wasn't that bad, but it wasn't very good. Let me put it that way. So the idea that Colonial Marines sucked is not that surprising. Now, what I'd like to do is I wouldn't mind doing a co-op Let's Play of Colonial Marines, just to have a secondary commentator. Because, my god, just to point out all the lore problems. It's like, this is supposed to be the official sequel of Aliens. Yeah, right. Oh, crap. I'm getting shot. I'm getting shot a lot. I need to run. Alright, they actually introduced a new, an invisible Pinky. It's not just hard to see. He's damn well invisible. And Sakuraba 1982. Money was used for Borderlands. It's amazing it never got released. Yeah, I'd heard that it was used for Borderlands 2. Because that's a good business model there. So, gonna make a game for Sega. Let's use the money for a completely unrelated game, because that's great business practices. Oh my god. Colonial Marines, man. Colonial Marines. It's amazing. It is amazing that it never got released. I'm not even sure if it should have been released, if they could release a game that broken and that buggy. Not only that, but a game that just wasn't fun. And yeah, Hicks coming back, even though his body was supposed to be on the ship. That just struck me as some of the writing of the laziest sort. I think there's a DLC that's supposed to explain it. But oh crap! You never have enough ammo in this particular enhancement here. Now I have no problem with Hicks being alive, but they could have explained it a little bit better. I think it could have actually had some integrity. But then again, they're not artists, and they have no integrity. Grenade time. Well, the music for this level is kind of rocking. I think this is the music that just comes with the wad. Crap. All I've got is the nail gun here, which suspiciously looks like... Oh, crap. That suspiciously looks like the Halo shotgun. I am so tempted to potentially give myself some weapons via a cheat. Crap. I can punch him. I am completely out of it. Alright, fine. Give ammo. Because I just don't like cheating when these streams start up immediately. Because I like trying to use some sort of tactics and ability instead of just shooting everything in sight while taking no damage myself. But I'm definitely getting to the point where I feel like cheating. But I'm liking Project MSX. I do recommend playing it in addition to Brutal Doom. Because Brutal Doom isn't the end-all to be-all when it comes to Doom. It's a very good wad, but a Messiah it is not. Okay, let's switch to the shotgun, shall we? The auto shotgun's good, but it chews through ammo way too fast. Exactly, a let's play without me cheating is not a let's play. Hey, you know what? Do you want me to? Do you really want me to play the same couple of levels over and over again because I can't get ammo, can't get health, and can't find the exit? Would that really be that entertaining? I think not. It's like I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to go through these windows, but I did anyway. That's kind of how I used to play games in general. Is I would do some cheating. Which is why, you know, in a lot of modern games, the fact that you can't cheat is kind of annoying. Although, incidentally, you don't really need to cheat anymore in modern games because they're so fucking easy most of the time. And I've kind of given up my cheating ways. Case in point, like Dark Souls, I did not get a trainer for that, ever. I played it legit. I think there's a pinky in here somewhere. As I hear him growling around. No, he's not. Get the rifle out. Because most modern games, sans Dark Souls, are actually pretty fucking easy. Although there are some games that are pretty tough. I think Crysis 2 is a good example of one that's actually somewhat difficult. Because its base difficulty was a lot higher than you'd expect. And, well, while it did have something similar to regenerating health, it's a bit more complex than most. Oh yeah, you can actually do a super jump if you hold down the spacebar. Which is cool. So it does have some neat little touches like that, that's for sure. I got a lot of grenades. I need to start using those things. The music for this wad is great. It's absolutely raw. Oh yeah, they changed the plasma coming out of the Cacodema there. Looks pretty good. Crap. I do like the addition of the shield. That's probably a little overkill. Probably, but then again, we like overkill. However, I'm not going to cheat like by giving all this time, because they actually have a built-in anti-cheat measure in this particular wad, believe it or not. Well, in Project MSX, because I did do a give all just to see what all the weapons were, and it disables your shield, and holy crap does it make the game virtually impossible. I mean, I guess you could just do God mode, but I don't want to do God mode just yet. Incidentally, that reminds me of a game that I do recommend you guys picking up. There's a game, it's a basic multiplayer horde mode, called God Mode. And it's basically just a third-person shooter that I haven't played it that much, but so far it's a fun little mindless game, and it's very fun and co-op. I mean, you could play it single player, although I'm not really sure why you would. And I don't think the system requirements are all that steep either. I am reminded of the review that Total Biscuit, the cynical Brit as his name is, he reviewed it and didn't like it at all. Whereas I thought it was a lot of fun. I intend to review it myself at some point when I get to play it again, because it was pretty bloody good. I got it for like $1, I think, on a Steam sale. It was a fun little indie game. Yeah, it's not super amazing, but if you just want to go in an arena with friends shooting monsters, what more can you ask for, in my opinion? Maybe it's just the old school gamer within me. Back in my day, that game would have been... Okay, how the fuck do you open that up? I'll check the chat. And Sakuraba1982 says, hell yeah, gaming has become mainstream. Gamers today could never complete a game from 15 to 20 years ago. And he states that on his ZX Spectrum, some games were a mission to get working. Now, that's something I've heard of. I've seen a lot of reviews of the ZX Spectrum. My grandfather had one of those. That's not to say that they're that old that you'd have to have somebody's grandfather, but he got into computing late in his life, because he always tried to keep abreast of technological changes. He actually built one from a kit. Still has it on his bookshelf, actually. Fuck it. No clipping time. On his bookshelf, actually. And it's funny, I actually read the manual for it. And it's funny how they had to explain computing back in the day. And they didn't explain it in like a really... They didn't explain it like they'd explain it today. They basically... Because that's a lot of things these days. These kids these days have one big problem. And that is, half the time, it seems like any instruction manual... Wow, that was like a sonic attack. Like any instruction manual or tutorial feels like it's kind of talking down to me. You know? And that does rankle a bit. It's like, do you take me for a fool, sir? And they do. But reading that old PC manual from 1980 something or other, I forget what year, it was quite interesting, because like, your computer is not smarter than you, it's not even as smart as your parent, or something along those lines. I remember reading that, because I guess people were thinking back in the day that PCs were like HAL 9000 or something. If PCs were like HAL 9000, he would constantly need an update, or would crash every 5 minutes. Or he'd get a virus and become fucking Skynet. Grenade time. That's a lot of them. That's a lot of them. Crap, I'm taking a shit ton of damage. Alright, so we're doing pretty good. Eventually I do want to pick up a few old computers just for my collection. And yeah, it'd be easier to emulate, and if I was ever going to do a review of an old PC game, I probably would. Well, technically they weren't PCs, because when you think of PCs, you think of the IBM PC compatible, which is actually what that guy threw a grenade! That was awesome! Heal, heal! Heal again. Do like that shield, because if that thing goes down, you dead. One game in particular I've really wanted to play, that I've heard a lot of good things about, is Turrican. It was for the Commodore 64, if I'm not mistaken. I remember reading a few articles on it. That it's sort of like a cross between Metroid and Contra. There are some... holy crap. I'll read the chat. And Sakuraba says... I'm 32, I was about 8 when I had one. Yeah, mainstream gamers would not be able to survive gaming in the old days. You fail! Screw you, game. You think you are, Dark Souls? Yeah, because see, that's the thing. Back in the day, you didn't have tutorials. Back in my day, you didn't have tutorials. You didn't have regenerative health. And I've beat the dead horse of regenerative health about the head and shoulders quite a bit. But the concept of regenerative health just makes a game less enjoyable, in my opinion. Just because gaming back in the day was made up of personal events. That's why I don't like the idea of of those achievements, you know. Because back in the day, when you achieved something in a game, it was something you did, not just something you read off a list of things you could do, you know. And that's where, crap, fuck. Can I have some cover, please? Just a little bit of it. Let me kill these, Reddies. They look a lot more menacing than the original ones. But, yeah, the concept of regenerative health just really cheapens the gaming experience, because when you have to really work and fight in a game to actually succeed, grenade time, that is what makes it all the more satisfying. These days in a game, you don't really have to work to succeed. And, well, I mean, even the advent of not being able to cheat anymore is kind of bad, because, once again, cheating, for me at least, whenever I found the cheats, was something that was infinitely satisfying, because usually I wouldn't cheat until I died 8 million times. Like, okay, fuck this, how do I finally just get past this level? And then I'd cheat, then I'd win, and then I'd feel really happy. Whereas these days it's just, yeah, that'd be funny. You can pay for the cheats, pay per cheat, cheating DLC. DLC, even that annoys me. Holy crap, what is this thing? What is this fantastic weapon, I wonder? Another automatic grenade launcher. This, I support. And I will read the chat in just a minute. I wish to vaporize as many enemies with this thing as possible. Okay, I'm not going to waste the ammo on that, though. And that grenade was entirely wasted. Well, no, it wasn't. That blew him up. And the chat says... oh, Acor is back. Hey, General, I got Dark Souls, and I prefer it over... No, you just got Dark Souls, and you prefer it over Dark Souls. I'm not sure if that's a mistype, or you're being funny. Dark Souls is better than Dark Souls. Possibly. And Sakurba says, let's open a can of worms. What's your opinion on current gen of consoles? It's a bit of a letdown in Sakurba's opinion, and my opinion is this. I would not buy... I would never buy a modern console. Why? Because I don't like the trends that they're... Basically, I can't believe I'm saying this, but for me, modern consoles, the X-Bone and the Piss-Poor at the very least, not the Wii, not the Wii U, I should say. The Wii U is okay in my book, but the X-Bone and the Piss-Poor I don't like, just because I don't like the idea of them. I don't like the trends that they're ushering in and stuff like that. Yeah, I suppose for gaming, I guess, you know, did I really just blow myself up? Oh, Bloodborne is better than... He likes what? Okay, so Acor likes Bloodborne better than Dark Souls 1. And you know what? If... I'd like to play Bloodborne, because if you primarily just do a bunch of dodging, that's all I did. That is all I did in Dark Souls after I was able to get good at it, is I would dodge and shoot things from a distance. That's the only way I survived. But I just... on ethical grounds, I don't like the current gen of consoles. I just don't. I don't like what they're doing. I don't like what they're doing to the consumer and all that. I don't like what they want to usher in. I don't like the concept of all these microtransactions. I don't like the idea... Basically, I just don't like the... I don't like the idea of a lot of modern games, for one. Modern gaming is just... It has to be homogenized, because if it's not, they're not going to make a huge amount of money on their investment on a game. And just so much is DLC these days. That is what really annoys me. Back in the day, you know, alternate costumes and something was an incentive for the player. You wanted to, you know, go off the beaten track so you might be able to unlock some little things. These days, you have to pay for it all. You know, like, case in point, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider. To get any cool costumes for her, you have to get the DLC, the costume DLC. And I think that's complete bullshit, to be perfectly honest. I does not like that idea. Because it's like you should be able to unlock the costume through normal gameplay. And, well, you can't. And it's just wrong. I throw that into it. Teleporter? Weird. It's just wrong, in my opinion, you know? It's like, I go back to Concrete Jungle. In that game, if it were made today, you'd have, like, Classic Predator Pack DLC, where you'd get DLC for that. Or better weapon DLC. It's just DLC in general is just so misused. And Acor says, yeah, I think you'll like it, but there is no real ranged weapon in the game. You have a pistol, but it's used to stun enemies only. It's too weak, and most of the weapons are short and fast swords. Still, though, being able to stun an enemy is not a bad idea. We'll just have to see when I get a... See, the thing is, I will get a piss poor just so I can play Bloodborne. But if I had a choice, if there was a PC port of Bloodborne, I'd rather have that, just because, once again, I just don't like where it's going. It just annoys me to no end. Because like, another good example of DLC being bad is Rage. Another game I need to review. Rage is a good example of how it's just overused, the concept of DLC. It's like, if you want cool armor, you have to pay real money for it instead of being able to unlock it in the game. You know, if you want anything beyond the most basic of things in any game these days, you have to pay for the DLC. And it's like, why did I just spend $60 if you're not going to give me all the content? Once again, it doesn't really bother me because I don't ever buy games at full price anymore. I just, of course, get it when they go on sale. But yeah, it's ridiculous. It really is. He's like, I can only imagine what Doom 4 is going to be like. Oh yeah, you want the double-barreled shotgun in Rage was DLC. Okay, come on, the double-barreled shotgun. Okay, that is just ridiculous. Oh yeah, ammo DLC. You want ammo for your weapons? You got to pay for that. Pay per bullet, man. Oh wow, it's going to be a real-world equivalent to Metro 2033, where you have to pay for the ammo with real currency, though. And do you want to shoot the money you just spent? And then there's the whole buying... I mentioned this in my Dead Space 3 review, the whole concept of buying resources instead of collecting them yourselves. So yeah, it's annoying. It really is. And yeah, most games don't allow you to unlock anything, Acor. I have not played The Last of Us. I would like to play The Last of Us Sekiro, but I just have not been able to get my PS3s fixed to actually play it. And Acor says, if you want to play Bloodborne and you want to play it online, you have to download a 3 GB patch. Well, at least it's free. The Last of Us is bundled with the PS4, apparently, says Acor, and that'd be kind of cool to get. That'd be another good reason to get a piss poor. And so, you know, I've heard that it was amazing, and I would play it if I could. See, that's the thing, though. As much as I knock modern games, there still are a few good ones out there. It's the ones that break the mold that are the most memorable. I have heard the story for The Last of Us is supposed to be really, really, really amazing. And so, if I get a chance to play it, I shall. Just from the reviews I've seen of it. And really, to get my PS3 fixed, all I gotta do is get a Blu-ray laser, and, well, that'll be cheap enough when I have the monies. Be nice if there's a PC port. PC Gaming Master Race. After all. Although, there's a review I'm going to be doing a few months from now, where I'm going to be reviewing the PS2 version of a game, because the PC version doesn't work on 64-bit machines. The game itself is Area 51. Although, when I played it the first time, I played it on the PS2, because that was all I had at the time. I'll tell you this, though. I think the PS2, Xbox Classic, and the Nintendo GameCube were probably the last really good consoles. Consoles as one would think of them. Because when it actually comes down to it, the 360 and the PS3 aren't really consoles. I've seen it mentioned that consoles these days are more like just bad gaming PCs. And I would agree with that concept, because they really are. They're not just... There's not enough to differentiate them, both in price and in and in function from PCs, really. Now, because like back in the day, you would get a console if you couldn't afford a good PC, and that's what I did. Most of the classic PC games of the early 2000s was actually played on consoles, because that's all I had at the time. And so consoles used to be a good alternative, but nowadays they don't do anything different from PCs, and the games are all vastly more expensive. So it's like, what's the point, I say? And the whole concept of not being able to have used games, I know they didn't get away with that, which is good, but they almost did. It's just ridiculous. That's pretty much how I played games for many, many years, was via that. So, okay, I think we just got to jump down here. Oh yeah, we do, because there's that. And I'll read the chat after I kill that ready. And Sakuba says the actual game mechanics of The Last of Us are not amazing on their own, but everything comes together in one amazing package. And, you know, there's a lot of games that do that. That just the actual where the story is actually a very critical component. Now, really, when I play games, I mainly just play them for the story myself. Come on, recharge already. That's one of the reasons why I really do like Halo 4. I think the story was really good, and the presentation and all that, even if the multiplayer wasn't amazing, because to me, you know, multiplayer games are a dime a dozen. You can get so many good multiplayer games on Steam, you know, to where, you know, that's why I don't even really think a lot of these major games even need multiplayer in them, because, well, a pure multiplayer game will invariably do it better than a game that just has multiplayer as sort of an add-on. You know, because that's why I'm glad Bioshock Infinite didn't have multiplayer, because it didn't need it. Bioshock Infinite was fine just the way it was. Because if I'm thinking multiplayer games, I'm thinking something along the lines of, like, you know, Payday. I am so hurt right now. Am I being shot at by anybody? No. Good. Okay, so we need to jump. Yeah, there is a fucking pinky down there. Invisible one. I'm not sure what that did. I think it made me invincible. I'm invincible. It would appear. Oh crap! Actually, I think I'm still invincible. Give me my nail gun. You don't really see nail guns all that much anymore. Oh crap! Well, I got cornered. Okay. And Acor says, yeah, but if you have 400 euros to spend, better to get a PS4. You have the same Game Plus exclusive, and you'll surely run. That's the thing about it is, though, these days a lot of games are a lot easier to play on PCs than they used to be. And Sakurba goes on to say that, I remember when DLC first came to the Xbox 360, I thought this was a slippery slope. And here today, they're constant rape on every new release. Yep. Oh, and Acor says it's like the paid mods thing. First, people reject it, but I'm afraid it's going to become a standard. I'm not sure if paid mods can ever become a standard just because... Maybe on Steam, maybe something like that. But I just don't see it becoming... Because the PC is a lot freer than a lot of other systems. So at the very least, like, okay, yeah, maybe ModDB goes pay-to-play or something like that, which I highly doubt. But there's always going to be some forum somewhere that doesn't charge. There's always going to be... Hell, they could even just use torrents, if need be, you know, to get their mods out there. Because not everybody's going to want to charge for their mods. Because they're not going to think that they're going to get paid for it. They're just doing it for fun. So I don't think it's... I just don't think... God damn it. With the nature of modding in and of itself, that they can actually make it into something like DLC. Once again, maybe on major platforms. Maybe on major sites, but I doubt it. I really do. Maybe I could be wrong, though. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm hoping I'm not wrong. Because I do not want to see modding go the way of everything else. Where it's all about making the money. Because modding is all about freedom. It's about taking a game and turning it into something else. That's one of the things about modern gaming, though. I mean, these days, it's very hard to mod a lot of modern games. Skyrim... I'm surprised you can do it even with Skyrim. Be like, oh, but we don't want to do that because it would make us look bad or something like that. Skyrim itself, base Skyrim isn't bad, but without mods, it's really kind of mediocre when you compare it to a lot of other games. So I does not know. One thing about DLC that I really don't like, though, is it kind of killed the concept of the expansion pack, and just the overall cynical nature of the modern gaming industry. Is expansion packs would never be made today just because, well, why make an expansion pack when you can make a sequel? You know, because that's great, right? Although I have heard people unfairly compare Fallout New Vegas to being an expansion pack of Fallout 3. In all reality, if you look at it, Fallout 3 is almost the expansion pack because there's just so much more content in New Vegas. Crap. Okay, we're gonna save. Let's get out the save scumming. And the chat says, yeah, people in general don't like mods to sell them. And yeah, Bethesda is the last one to allow modding. And yeah, like, well, think about it. Yeah, that's the thing. Diablo is an expansion pack. Diablo! Damn. Blizzard is actually one of the last companies to really use the concept of the expansion pack. Like, Diablo, well, whatever the hell the Diablo expansion pack was. I haven't actually played Diablo in a really long time. Diablo 3's expansion pack was supposed to add a lot of content, but it was actually an expansion pack. They didn't make it into Diablo 4. And like even StarCraft 2. Damn, I really need to play StarCraft 2 again. I think even my computer as it is now could run it. Because StarCraft 2 was actually done in a pretty good way. StarCraft 2 had that free edition. I think they still have that. And that's how I got into the game. Let's see, Blizzard is an interesting company, I think. Oh yeah, Red Dead Redemption had an expansion pack as well, Undead Nightmare. I never finished it because I accidentally knocked my 360 over, and it ruined the disc, which was sad. Very, very sad. Come on, grenade him. Got him. But Red Dead Redemption was a great game in and of itself. Still needed a bloody PC port, in my opinion, but oh well. Crap. Just charge through. Get some cover. I'll read the chat real quick. Severa says there's a few decent expansion packs, Red Dead Redemption, GTA The Ballad of Gay Tony. But yeah, there aren't that many. And yeah, the Undead Nightmare, actually I think Red Dead Nightmare took place in its own reality, but I'm not gonna. But if I said which reality it'd be a big ass spoiler for those who haven't played it. I'm not going to spoil Red Dead Redemption at all because that is a game that deserves to be played. Although I was rather annoyed by Undead Nightmare because I played it right after Red Dead Redemption itself. I was like, where are all my cool guns? Why am I stuck with a single double-barreled shotgun? After I took the time to unlock all the other weapons. Although it definitely looks like Rockstar hasn't really gone the way of most modern games either. Because at least with Rockstar, you still pretty much have legit game releases, not just like really cynical cash grabs. Because GTA 5 was pretty good. I've only played the 360 version though, but even then the graphics were pretty bloody amazing for the system. Looked way better than you'd think the 360 would be capable of. Makes you wonder why they went with newer consoles, but oh well. That's another problem with modern consoles, is the lack of backwards compatibility. That was always something that I rather liked about the PlayStation 2 and 3, although the 3 couldn't do it very well. Really? Really? That is just bullshit. Although the 3 didn't really do it very well, and it didn't do it for very long. I think, case in point, is it lost its PS2 backwards compatibility pretty fast. Which is kind of sad, but that's why I bought the 4 USB port one. And I still rather enjoy playing PS. Well, although what's funny is basically my PS3 is just a PS2 now without the Blu-ray laser, but it works. And the 360 being backwards compatible with Xbox games, really the 360 is one of the few ways you can play Xbox games because the Xbox Classic was so unreliable. I went through 2 of those bastards before I finally just gave it up and played the PS2. Blow them up. Okay, now let's reload that and save. Hey, yeah, that looks like sort of a fear weapon. And let's see, Sakura says, there are a few developers who are a safe bet to put stock in, Rockstar and Bethesda to name a few. Yeah, I'd say that. From Software isn't bad. And he goes on to say, I have like 200 games on my 360 I'm not selling till the Xbox One is backwards compatible, which they're working on. Now that's an interesting thing. I have quite a few 360 games myself. But actually, the one system I have the majority of games for, though, is still the PC because of the Steam sales. Steam sales. Because the summer sale is going on as of this recording, and sadly, I have a grand total of no dollars to spend on any game. But even if I did, there's actually one game I really want to play, and that's Lords of something or other. It's supposed to be a sort of a clone of Dark Souls, and it looks halfway decent. Because the thing is, I have no problem with clones of games. You know, because like, if I already like the game, the clone will do something different, and it's more of what I already like, so I have no problem with that. Let's save, shall we? Let us save. I mean, hell, first-person shooters just started out as Doom clones. Can you believe they actually called them that, though? That is amazing. To me, at least. The first-person shooter genre is actually bigger than it's ever been before. And there was a time when it was just like, oh, it's like Doom. Although, I think we still have the concept of the GTA clone. Even though the open-world sandbox game is pretty much its own genre now. What, like with Saints Row and all that. Although, my favorite GTA-styled game was Mercenaries Playground of Destruction. I loved that game. Mercenaries 2 wasn't bad. The graphics weren't that amazing. And the storyline was complete crap, but it was still a lot of fun. And to think that was EA and Pandemic. These days it'd probably be so much DLC. Alternate character DLC. New weapon DLC. Airstrike DLC. Do you want more fuel capacity? DLC. DLC. Yeah, and Sakura says, how can I survive if I sold my 360 and I could not play classics like Duke Nukem Forever and Aliens Colonial Marines? Ugh. Colonial Marines, man. Colonial Marines. I'm glad nobody's let that go. Because that's probably the single most disappointing game I've ever played. To be perfectly honest, after all these years, that is the one that is the single most disappointing. Because it's just so poorly made. And it didn't need to be. I guess it's just the cynical nature of gaming today. It's like, it'll make, goddammit, money. It'll make money. Let's just ship out whatever shit we can. Run! Look at how much damage that did. And this is easy. This is fucking easy. I think that actually has, I think I recognize the grenade sound effect. I'm not sure, but that sounds like that might be from Halo, I want to say. That might be the Halo sound, grenade sound effect. I'm just not entirely sure. Okay, let's get out the rocket launcher. Well, the grenade launcher, I should say. And eradicate them. And Acor says, I wasted 3 hours of my Steam time on Colonial Marines. That's 3 hours too much. And Sakura says, I cannot let it go. It destroyed my heart and soul. How can they mess it up so bad? And yeah, thank God for Isolation indeed. Because Isolation was a good game, even if I couldn't finish it before my graphics card got messed up from age. Because, because Isolation was a great game in and of itself. It actually called back to Alien. The characters were good. We actually got a good example of a female protagonist that wasn't overdone. Run. Grenade him. Save. Although, talking about modern games, some modern games being good, Tomb Raider was still good, I think. Tomb Raider, I still think, was probably one of the best games of 2013. Because it had so much content, and the DLC wasn't that egregious. And hell, by the time I bought it, I was able to get the Game of the Year edition for $13. So, I ain't complaining. And let's see. As you said, beating a dead horse is fun. It is indeed. And Acor says, you still have to get isolation, though his PC can't run it. There's always the PS4. And well, that is supposed to be the whole point of consoles, really. Is if you don't have the ability to play a certain game on your PC, the console should be the thing that you use. And that's why I just don't like the idea of a console not being able to have used games. Because the console is a good equivalent to the PC. That's how I did it for so many years. And if it can't do the same, and if it does this, it has the same restrictions as the PC, then I say, what's the point? I'm really liking this nail gun. Just because I always like the concept of one big-ass nail gun. Alright, UAC Courtyard completed. I have no idea how long this particular wad is. So we'll just keep on it going. We just started. I think the shells are blue in this. Let's see. Sakura says, so does the 360 still work? And I don't actually. I haven't updated the firmware on my PS3 simply because I'm afraid it won't work with my video capture card. So I just leave it as basic as possible. So, and it's good that you can still use used games on the PS4 at least. And yeah, my 360 does work. It just doesn't have a hard drive. When I had it shipped to me when I was living in Utah for a little while, somebody stole it. Not really sure why they stole just the hard drive and not the actual console, but, well, I does not know. What really annoys me with that is, not just because they stole my hard drive, but that means I lost my Mass Effect saves. I didn't have that much DLC or game or downloaded games anyway, so it wasn't that big a deal. The only game I really had as DLC, well, not DLC, but only downloadable game I had on the 360 was Trials Evolution and Worms. And I would recommend Trials Evolution. It's a very fun local co-op game, very fun indeed, and one I would recommend picking up. Although I don't know if it'd be that fun single player though, but multiplayer it certainly was. I'm not sure if this is a different soundtrack, or if this is something from Doom itself. So, I does not know. Alright, I'll read the chat in just a second after I kill everyone within. Okay, where's my assault rifle here? I do like being able to zoom in. That is always good in my opinion. Alright, let's grab some ammo and save before we grab that key, because I know there's going to be at least 1,000 enemies that boil out of the fucking woodwork. Let's see. Acro1 says, you don't steal the console of a gamer, and he knew it, lol. Ha. Which really annoys me, because I would like to still be able to use the 360. But no hard drive. Oh well. Actually, and the thing is, like, I can't even, like, they stole the USB drive that was used as the hard drive, and the internal one as well. It was like, I took it out of the box, and I was like, hey, why is this open, and where's the external, and, oh. Yeah, well. Eventually, I just gotta get that Blu-ray laser fixed. That should only be like $100, maybe less. Hell, you can buy one for $50, but I'd rather not try to fix it myself, just because actually tearing down a console these days, tearing down a console any days wasn't really an easy prospect. I think some of those gifts were actually from Duke. I kind of recognize them. Grenade time. Recognize a lot of these textures from Doom 2, especially this little cavern area here. see, let's go back to the auto shotgun. So I think the nail gun is actually supposed to be sort of a double barrel analog. Let's see. But yeah. Although I think if they do get rid of used games, that's going to really hurt the console industry, because half the usefulness of a console is just to be able to use them, you know. But you know, talking about consoles used to be a viable alternative to gaming. In fact, the games on consoles used to be very different from PC gaming. In fact, in some respects, the games on consoles used to be better. Because I've read so many articles about early games like on the NES that were actually better than the ones on the PC, which is amazing to me. You would think that even back in the day with the enhanced abilities of a PC, they'd be better than the NES games, but half the time they weren't. And then there was the issues of back in the day of games just not working. And I can't imagine playing a game on like the ZX Spectrum or the Commodore 64 where you just didn't know if the thing would even fucking work. You pop that tape in and you pray to the machine god that it will load up and function. And that was one of the reasons why consoles were so much better, because you pop in a cart and you know that's going to work. So yeah, I do not know where that's going to be headed, because if like the console games aren't any different from the PC games, then it technically would just be cheaper in the long run, especially with games, just to go PC. Now, these IMP stand-ins are actually, believe it or not, actually from a lot of different other WADs. I've seen them like in knee-deep in ZD Doom. So, oh damn it! Do not ever give me a grenade. It seems. Yet somehow I was able to kill them. Don't ask me how that makes sense. It just does. I'll check the chat just a second after I have not died. This WAD is definitely pretty difficult. And that was an interesting effect of it. Okay, give me a better weapon. There we go. And I'm just gonna stay in here and shoot him from a distance. Although, you know what game review I need to do? I really, really need to do? I need to review Quake 4, because in every single review that I've mentioned Quake 4, I've been very disparaging to it, and I have no idea why. Because I recently tried to get it to work, and for some reason it wouldn't. Probably just need to get the Steam version, but when I recently tried to get it to work, I at least just went ahead and watched a few videos on it, and Quake 4 doesn't look that bad. I don't know what I'm thinking. Because, like, I think even back in the day when I played it, I had a lot of fun with it. I don't know why I keep saying it's terrible. Let's take a look at the chat. And Acor says, yeah, the ports are different. Power Slave. Power Slave. Never heard of it. Duke Nukem was definitely different on a wide variety of the platforms. Doom on the Saturn and PS1 were two different games. Yeah, that was the case back in the day. And Kurba says, now games come out on all platforms. And back in the day, gaming on a console was different. Imagine Baldur's Gate on a console. Oh my god, that would be interesting. Yeah, I guess Steam is kind of supposed to be like supposed to be a console gaming experience almost, especially with that big picture mode. Power Slave equals Exhumed. My brain must not be working because I can't think of what game that is. But yeah, the only reason to really get consoles are for the console exclusives. You know, I almost went ahead and got an Xbox for that Master Chief collection, but I eventually didn't. Just because, well, is the Master Chief collection even really worth it? Is Halo 5 even really worth it? You know? So, I don't know. Although what's kind of funny is some console ports are actually pretty good and were actually somewhat necessary. Like, I'm reminded of Diablo on the PlayStation 1 was supposed to be a fairly decent port. But like the save file would be so huge it would take up an entire memory card. Now that probably took quite a bit of programming magic to get that thing to work on the PlayStation 1. Although I did hear and have seen when I actually tried it that Hexen was terrible on the PlayStation 1. Like, it was basically the equivalent, almost exactly, to the Doom port on the Super Nintendo. Like, the enemy sprites only faced one way, things of that nature. It's kind of amazing that it couldn't run... Holy crap, that was a really cool Mancubus that I killed in one shot. Well, let's save here. Let's save. So we don't have to go all the way back. And yeah, Diablo 1... I have not played Diablo 3 on a console, but I have tried Diablo 1 on a PS1 emulator, and it did decent enough. And Egor says he finished Halo right after Reach. Halo 4 is not part of it. I think Halo 4 is better than Reach, because Halo Reach annoyed me, because it broke with canon. It really did. Because, like, I had read the original Halo Fall of Reach novel and really liked it, and Halo Fall of Reach, the game, was nothing like it. It caused me a great deal of annoyance. Let's see, I'm not really sure where I'm going. Slime Depository. A classic name if ever there was one. Now, I'm not sure if I've already been in there, and yeah, I already have gone in there, so let's see, where's the exit to this particular level? I do not know. I always hate it when I get to that... Well, that opened something somewhere. The old flip a switch and pray it opens something. Holy crap, that's what it opened. Damn it all. Eat rocket. Well, or technically grenade. If only I could get some of those shield boosters. Now, those things are good. Let's chuck a grenade. As a reminder of the old internet meme. I like Halo Chief. He shoots alien and not afraid of anything. Although there's a Warhammer equivalent to that one that I can't find anywhere. But I'm pretty sure it had something to do with the spiritual liege of that Calgar guy, whose first name I can't remember. So something opened over here. So something opened over here. I might need to get some water in a minute, because my throat seems to be going out. That's not good. Let's see, I'll read the chat, then I'm going to go get some water. And Sakura1982 says, I really like my X-Bone, I don't care about the console war stuff. And he has a PS4 for Bloodborne, and the Master Chief Collection at 60 frames per second. Yeah, 60 frames per second is good for co-op, and I suppose it is. It's just buying two consoles it's a bit pricey. But honestly, I think the whole concept of the console war is a bit outdated. Really, the PS4 is more or less the same as the X-Bone, except you don't have a bloody Kinect. Although I do know they're making X-Bones without the Kinect. And I shall return momentarily. Be entertaining, controller. Certainly, General. Okay, I have returned with some water to lubricate my throat hole so words can issue forth from it. And I shall continue after I've chugged it down. That's enough. I imagine there's some... Sakura1982 says, some of the console fanboy channels on YouTube are growing really quickly, fanning the fanboy wars. It's that stuff. These guys are in their 30s making console war YouTube videos. And Acorn One says the kind of war that will never stop. Unfortunately, it's like red versus blue and unicorns versus pony. Oh man, I can't imagine somebody being a fanboy for the X-Bone. The X-Bone is so much better because it kills alien and not afraid of anything. The PS4 is better because it has well, actually, the PS4 does have something that I think the 360 won't have. It'll have Kingdom Hearts, which I'm told is a very interesting series. Have not actually finished the first game myself. I was actually emulating that, and it wasn't that bad. I do definitely like having the shield when it comes to... Holy crap, that's a lot of... That's a lot of them. And I need health. You super jump! Super jump already! There we go. Well, I barely survived that one. It seems to run a little bit better on my machine than Brutal Doom does. Getting a consistent frame rate out of all of this. Especially compared to Brutal Doom. It doesn't seem to be that... Damn it all, damn it all. Well, that didn't end well. Thankfully I saved. Okay, first off, let's kill this guy. And that idiot. Anyone behind? No. Now let's fly up here. Let's reload our auto shotty and the pistol. That's not the pistol, it's the assault rifle. Okay, now let's get this out. Let's charge down there and chuck some grenades. Oh, damn it all. Not again. Once that shield goes down, you are screwed. Okay, now, let's pop back in here. The Mancubuses die really fast compared to their Brutal Doom counterparts. Damn it all. Do you like the new Hell Knight model? Looks pretty good. Alright, so we made it through the slime depository. Sewage entry point. Let's see. PS4 has the advantages of Japanese video games, but the Japanese video game market, Acore, has definitely taken a nosedive in some respects. Hell, Konami's moving on to pachinko machines. Konami of all companies! And Sakura says, Hatred is an awful game. By the way, it would have fallen off He Racer without the outrage. Not really sure what some of that means, but yeah, it would have not actually been considered as amazing. Or it wouldn't be as popular, I should say. Not amazing. Well, I'm dead, so I thought I'd do some punchy. But it wouldn't be considered anything these days if it hadn't been for that quote-unquote moral panic. Somebody, please. Holy crap, I just fell to the map. Not really sure why that happened. But yeah, Hatred. I find Hatred to be an interesting game, mainly because I actually went and looked at Postal 1. Postal 1 is the same exact game, and yeah. I don't really know why Hatred got such a moral panic that it did, because Hatred looks like just a spiritual successor to Postal. Nothing amazing, just, well, it's Postal 1, only, again. Hell, even the protagonist is basically sort of like... Honestly, you know what the protagonist is? The protagonist seems like sort of a 90s extreme version of the Postal dude. And that, which I kind of like. I actually view Hatred more as a comedy more than anything else. I haven't played it yet, actually, although I would like to. Just, it looks really funny. Let me put it that way. And the reason I say it looks really funny is everything is so overblown. I'd almost say that Hatred might not be as bad as we think it is. Am I going to fall through the map again? No. But I honestly think Hatred should be seen as sort of a satire. You know? Because I think that's kind of what it is. I think it is just a satire. And viewed from that perspective, it might not be as bad as people make it out to be. Because that's what it looks like to me. Because Hatred isn't that bloody. I'll tell you this, there's a game that was way bloodier that I would love to play but haven't yet, and that's Splatterhouse. Holy crap. his Splatterhouse look good. And yeah, I'd imagine, Sakura, that people only downloaded Hatred because to see what is the problem about. And welcome, X Model. And yeah, it did seem that Hatred was kind of boring, but I'd play it for the story, honestly. Just to hear the Hatred dude, let's call him, basically go on in an emo fashion. That just looks so funny. It's like, I'm filled with hate. I will shoot the people because I hate them. Well, that guy died fast. They painted him red. Not bad. It's like Postal 1 without any of the charm. And besides, Postal 2 was way more violent in many respects. So, yeah. It's like Postal 2 was from first person. It was 3D. And, like, you could basically kill everyone, set them on fire, and then urinate on their corpses. You can't do that in Hatred, I don't think. It's just funny. It is funny how, like, I don't know. It just where it's like, here's this very basic game, and that's all that Hatred really is. And like, oh, it's so terrible, my God, think of the children. When in fact, it's just a game. Jump up! Because like, well, what about GTA 5? GTA 5 is way more violent. And you play as criminal sociopaths. And it's one of the most popular games ever made. But you know what? I'm not going to knock the guys for making the game. I'll actually read the chat in just a minute, because I'm pretty sure there's been some responses I've seen out of the corner of my eye. I don't really knock the guys for making the game, though. They gave it all to hell. Okay, let's see. And Acor is waiting to get Final Fantasy X1 and X2 HD remaster. I never was a big Final Fantasy fan all that much. I mainly just watched the Spoony reviews of Final Fantasy X and X2, which were pretty funny, but I highly doubt it's really like the game. And X Model says, just watch the ending on YouTube. It's super bad. I'd imagine. The main character has a need to kill and a need to die. That's the story, which is pretty hilarious. £40 for the Final Fantasy X remake. Holy crap. That's expensive. And Acor 1 is now hosting me for 1 viewers. I'm not sure how you do that, but okay. £40. In dollars, that's probably a lot. And Acor says he wants the remake for the music. And, well, that's actually a good topic I could bring up. The lack of good music in a game. It's like, these days, music is always just that same old orchestral nonsense. Although I will say, some of the best music I've heard recently was in Wolfenstein The New Order. Holy crap, was that some good music. It's very somber and sad. Quite well done, I have to say. You just don't... Mainly, and then there's some games that just don't even have any music. I will say this, though. That's both something that is good and bad about Dark Souls. It only has music during the boss fights, and it works quite well because of it. In my opinion, at least. Smack him. Jump! But let's face it, probably one of the best soundtracks ever is still Doom, because of that metal man. It's funny, a lot of the songs are basically metal songs that have been repurposed for MIDI, or songs that are so close, they're basically sound-alikes. Okay, we need to run. Okay, you gotta run. Oh, damn, I can't see! I can't see! Just shoot wildly. We'll hit something eventually. Or I'll blow myself up by hitting a wall. Let's see. Yeah, Payday 2, Sakura, isn't that bad. When it comes to the soundtrack. And Alien Isolation, I can't remember the soundtrack well enough to pass judgment on it. Metal Gear Rising was supposed to have a good one as well. I just haven't played Metal Gear Rising yet. I just am aware of it. But yeah, there definitely needs to be more of an emphasis on soundtracks. It's really, you know, like, back in the day, soundtracks were half of a game. You know, it's like, take like, for example, whoa, I got killed fast. Take, for example, like, Ninja Gaiden for the NES. Half of the reason that game is as well remembered as it is because of that soundtrack. That soundtrack was, in a word, exquisite. Yeah, I imagine Acorn that it is on sale. I just don't have the money or a computer that can play it right now. I'll get it eventually. Probably just wait for the fall sale and get it, because by that point I'll have a decent. Oh, I already have a decent computer now, but a decent graphics card. And I have not heard the Witcher 3 soundtrack. In fact, I've tried to avoid looking at Witcher at all, because that is yet another game I'm going to get when I've got a new graphics card, because I liked The Witcher 1 once my brain started working and I was able to figure out the combat, by which I mean you click on the enemy to attack. That is pretty amazing. And yet somehow, that is pretty amazing. I mean, no wonder I couldn't figure it out. I still don't know how my brain stopped working when it came to that. Like, you click, and like, you click again. You click, and then you click again. Wait a minute. So, you tell me I need to not click. Okay? That makes sense, right? Yeah. Don't ask me. Sometimes we just have brain failures at times. Okay, run out of the room. Run out, run! Jump! Super jump! Be nice if I could jump over that, but I can't. Okay. Need to get some cover. Need to get some cover fast. Save. There we go. I'll read the chat while I cower in the corner here. GT 740M is not that bad, though. My graphics card is just very basic. It was very cheap, which is why it was in reserve for so long. And Acor apparently does not like the fighting song of Witcher 3, of which I have not heard it. So I can't really pass judgment. I will not pass judgment without first hearing their day in court. Damn it all. It seems like a lot of these enemies can be killed pretty easily with this mod here. But they can kill you pretty easily as well. So that's kind of an interesting trade-off. I like that, actually. You don't just have to waste time wailing on them and hope that they stop being bullet sponges. Let's grab that. I'm pretty sure that'll open up about it. And of course, I'm trapped in here. So where the hell do I go? Oh, there we go. That's Archtron that I killed immediately. He died in one hit, which I likes. Okay, let's just keep. Oh shit! I don't have any ammo. Smack him! Smack him! I do like the ability to smack. The old melee is pretty good. But you know, I wonder though, in the future, in the grand space year of 2034. Will any modern game that's come out in the last 5 years still be played like, say, Doom here is? Honestly, I don't think so. The reason I say this is because Doom is so infinitely moddable that that's how it's kept alive. That's how Duke stayed alive as long as it did, with all the mods. And without modding tools, a lot of these modern games just are going to be, well, forgotten. You know, because, like, when was the last Halo mod anybody heard of? When was the last, see, what's another popular game? I think, actually, no, GTA is a good example of a game that'll still be played. Because look at all the GTA mods. Holy shit, are there so many GTA mods out there. And, like, that's half the fun of going on Reddit, is just seeing all those GTA mod GIFs. It's like, holy crap. All the stuff that's been done with that game. But really, unless a game has the ability to be modded, you know, it's just not going to last. I'm trapped in here. No, I'm not. It's just not going to last at all. And let's see. Hey, Cor, how can you not like The Witcher? The Witcher's the greatest. But anyway. Sakura asked me, do you wish the Alien series to follow the Dark Horse storyline of Aliens Book 1 and 2 and Earth War? Yes. Oh God, yes, I would like to see that because I loved the Dark Horse storyline so much. They would make good games. Holy crap! Could you make so many good games out of the Dark Horse Alien series? You could literally make an epic game trilogy of epicness, and it would work quite well. You know what you could do? What you could do, as big a fan as I am of first-person shooting, you would almost want to make it a third-person shooter because... No, fuck that. First-person shooter. And I'm being called by the M-Man. Please wait. Oops. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Let's see if the M-Man wants to join. And if he does, we'll actually have a guest commentator. And Vanilla Doom is still pretty good. It has definitely aged quite well. That's all. Sometimes I still just play it classic. And I will read the chat after I've killed all these people. Oh, I didn't even send the message. Oops. Did not send the Skype message. Holy crap, what's this thing? Oh, it's some sort of plasma BFG weapon. Now that is a pretty good animation, although that guy has a real skinny arm, though. Oh god, I can only imagine what's going to pop out here. Probably should save, and will. But yeah, Rockstar is still pretty good. It's still a pretty bloody good game company, despite being absolutely massive these days. Because they did not really compromise with GTA 5. One of the reasons why I want to play GTA 5 so much now is they do have the ability to go first person, which I really like. Because GTA 5 be good. And Brutal Doom is not gross X model. Brutal Doom is great. You ought to go on the floor. And yeah, it is kind of a struggle to play classic after Brutal Doom. Really, what you got to do, Sakurai, is play it on something other than the PC. Because for the longest time, I would play classic Doom like on a portable system, like the GBA. The GBA port of classic Doom is great. It is a lot of fun. In fact, that's a Spider Mastermind right there. I really like the GBA port quite a bit. And let's see if the M-Man wants to join. He just sent a message. Looks like that's like a shotgun of some description, because I'm not taking that much damage from it. Oh shit, now I am. Run! Oh, damn it. Oh wow, it's like he's got a chain gun penis. Ha! Oh, screw you, Project MSX. I don't fail. You fail. Let's see, the M-Man responded. Let's see, yeah, Doom on GBA is great. I had that for the GBASP until you stream that. Awesome. Because streaming is fun, and I highly doubt that Visual Boy Advance would take all that much system resources. I actually had back in the day on my old GBASP the port of Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein was also pretty damn good. Which is kind of funny, actually. It just goes to show you how times have changed. Shock mode. Ooh, what does this do? Oh crap! That's awesome! You can charge it up and fire it. Well, X-Model, if you find Brutal Doom a bit over the top, I'd recommend playing this one, because it's a lot of fun. It has enough good gameplay changes that it's, well, pretty great. Project MSX gets the General Lotz seal of approval. On, die already, you bastard. Oh, wow. Sorry, Sakura. Sorry, Sakura. Blech. Blech. Sorry, 1982. I can't seem to talk right now. Did not mean to impact your productivity on editing YouTube videos. The BizHawk multi-purpose emulator. Never heard of that, actually. I just use Visual Boy Advance. Let's see, there we go. Hold up 1 second. Just sending the M-Man a link real quick. I still use the old VBA. Although I've wanted to play Doom 2 for the old GBA, because I've heard that was supposed to be good as well. What's funny though is these days, you know, what we have. Well, that is a very small sprite. I think that's the original one. But it's no big deal. All right, let's see what we got here. And jump in a little hole. There we go. Yes, I am greater than any other activity indeed. You've cleaned out the factory, but more trouble is in front of you. Hell, you've been through this before, and you know where this sewer leads. After all, UAC stationed you here long ago. I can't seem to make out what that word is. The militarial section is rife with a stench, the smell of death. Here is thicker than ever before. Sure, what you left behind was dangerous, but more of the same lies ahead. More death. In a way, it's a homecoming. Yep, General Lotz is the most humble of them all. So that means I win. And of course, is a shameless reference to Gubbin. Yeah, that show. The show, oh, what the fuck is the show now? Family Guy. Meathead Miner. That awkward moment when one of my followers is in here. Well, there it goes. So it goes. Let's see. And yeah, I apologize if my keyboard is loud. I like my clacky keys. So let's just toss grenades down there. We got a crap ton of them. Oh, you can... Okay, that's why the throw wasn't very good. If you hold down the G key, you can throw it further. Or you can blow yourself up. That's not good. Okay. Let's try this again without eradicating ourselves, shall we? Because I know there's a lot of enemies down there, because I played this WAD before. Toss. Toss. Oh, well, I think it actually makes the explosives slightly more potent. Wait a minute. Oops. I was sending it to somebody else. Oops. That didn't end well. Well, not that it didn't. Oh, goddammit. Shit. This way.
Fair enough.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the M-Man. Yay! Say something funny, damn it. That's not very funny. You suck. What show?
But anyways, you're on what, Twitch right now or something?
Yeah.
I know. Let's see if I can actually watch it properly without Skype Chat or something.
And A-Core, definitely sleep is overrated.
Sleep is not overrated. Sleep is good. Yes, it's better. But of course, the best thing is it's not good more than all.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
God damn it! Lincoln Park, ladies and gentlemen. Massive echo. Shit.
Apparently, probably because I'm in the ball right now. Because you don't have headphones, if I remember right.
Yeah, I don't. Because, well, my backup pair broke, and my original ones also broke. So yeah, hopefully the echo isn't that bad now. Because the thing, the way to avoid having too much of an echo is to run. To avoid having a big echo is to just literally turn down the speakers. So it makes it hard for me to actually hear you sometimes, but it's what I like to call a Johannesburg solution.
I have absolutely no idea what that's referencing. Probably something related to World War II.
Let's see, does it sound any better now?
So you got like one stream?
Wait, what do you mean 2 people? There's 6 people watching as we speak.
Because there's only like 2 people that commented in the chat that I could see.
No, there's been like 4 or 5.
Users not computing my levels of face.
Nope, because I'm not going to scream out, "Let's be bros."
No, but you will scream out, shit, fuck.
Well, yeah, because only when I get killed though. Throw the grenade! Oh, did it bounce? Yes! It's good! It's good! No difference. Is there any, oh, there's a delay though, so it might not be that bad. The secret is revealed.
You just take a power drink.
No, it was just a basic soul sphere. Let's see.
Sephiroth says it's okay, I commented on the 50 people.
Exactly.
That's about OCD.
We could be bro. Everybody, let's all just be a bro, right? Oh God, I feel. Right, bro. Right, brah.
See, that I can take much more easily than PewDiePie.
Oh, I think I just got cancer from hearing that. And Spaghetti Frag is back. Woo! It was on some other streams.
So I see he's cheating on you. You're still taking him back. Oh, well, that's McMahon.
Well, it makes damn good spaghetti.
But still, don't think he's trying to make loyal.
How's it going? Oh God, that's gonna be stuck in my head now. That just sounds so. I would. Holy crap! That's a lot of imps. Run! I will speak in just a moment. Shit! You think that's enough of them? Yeah, he is. He's from the British Isle of Britannia.
That is absolute bullshit, my son. I am not British, not even close. Say that I'm British is like saying that Charles Manson was Catholic.
Was he?
I think he was. I think it was. I have absolutely no idea what the religion was, to be honest. But I very much doubt it was Catholic.
I don't know. Oh, I think he's really a pop culture icon that he should that shouldn't be, you know.
Oh, he organized Manson family. It's fairly sad. Some sort of achievement worth speaking of.
I suppose, but like they make him out to be like this super villain, and I think like what he led a band of hippies to do what? What did they do exactly? I don't even remember.
Murder people?
Oh, well.
Although, it's only recently that I found out about a guy who's potentially crazier called Donald Freeze.
Never heard of him.
He was like the Patty Hearst kidnapping case, like the head dude.
No, goddammit! Did I really just blow myself up?
Did it?
Let's see.
There might be lag on my screen here because I didn't see you blow yourself up exactly.
Well, there's gonna be some lag, I'd imagine. But yeah. But yeah, I can see the chat a little bit since I've fixed the overall Windows. Because once again I have to play all this in the Windows mode because I only got 2 monitors.
Yeah, I understand Spaghetti Frag's question.
So yeah. Let's see. What do I think of the Species films? Sector. I've seen the first two. Is there a third one? I wonder.
I honestly have no idea. I only watched the new parts of the Species film. That's the one where the alien can look like a female alien, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. What it was at the time was, I actually learned later that the creature design was by Giger, actually. Oh yeah. Hold on. We're actually going to get some people into this stream. Some other people, because Roadkill wants to join.
The Skype Chat?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Bring on.
And it didn't join. Nobody likes me.
Well, see.
But anyway, let's see, where was I? Species films, the creature design was by H.R. Giger. The series wasn't bad, although it was primarily a series known for a great deal of ass and titties. Because, well, okay, you know what? I'll be honest with you guys. I watched both movies strictly for the fan service.
Was there any other reason to watch it? It definitely wasn't the brilliant, deep, analytical story about human nature and anatomy.
Well, no. Because, like, it was one of those things where, like, it was strictly about, oh yeah, here's this hot chick. Do you need any more? I'll read the chat in just a second, so I'm trying not to die. Oh, damn it! Fuck it, grenade him! No! Oh, damn it. Come on. Heal. There's a mancubus left? One moment. Smack him. Yay! Okay, the third film went straight to video, says Sakura here. And yeah, everyone watched it for Natasha Hendricks. I remember she was very, very beautiful. And Acor says, I don't need the love of mankind. Well, possibly.
The home video release poster for Species 4 The Awakening looks like a very, very shitty, Buffy mock-up poster.
Damn.
Rather something like a 90s soap opera.
Well, that's what happens when you get a series that basically has very little... Let's face it, it had very little staying power anyway. It was all about Natasha Hendricks' titties, and that was about it. Not... Hey, wait a minute. Roadkill's there, woo! So we got 3 people on our side here. And yeah, she was titillating to say the least. I remember nothing about the plot. All I remember is like the shower scene, and like there was... It's a very tame movie by today's standards, though, I think. Exactly. Who just so happened to be a beautiful blonde woman. And apparently, Sakura says Species 3 sucked balls. You're not missing anything. But did it suck them literally? That's the better question.
I wasn't surprised that there was a Species porno made, like a parody or whatever. Like, PT, extra testicle.
That...
Or writing the scene.
Oh crap, that's a fucking... One moment. Shit. Grenade him then! Whew. Believe it or not, I've seen that. Well, Spaghetti Frag, it's going to be coming through my speakers and going to the mic because I don't have have a headset, so there might be some lag between the M-Man and Roadkill versus what's going to be happening on the stream. Well, I mean, Species was just for fan service. I think they want. It was the creature design was by Giger and was even more sexualized than the xenomorph.
Yeah, because he wanted to vote the content. Only effectively
But
there is a subsection on the agenda that actually finds the xenomorph dragon. Xenomorph queen. I don't think there's many pictorials. They just like the basic drawing basic queen, but there is some basic one.
why we don't know. Rule 34.
I said I could find it more easy. I didn't know what the proper website to find.
Only on this stream is aliens considered so amazing that we actually can post links to alien porn. Oh really? Well, actually, now I'm kind of curious. Is there? And yeah, Acor, I had to know clip through him because, well, that level was annoying me.
I see an imp with titties. I see an oh, and March file with titties. A cyber with titties. And of course, there is some homoerotic porn. There's one with the Doom guy fucking a Hell Knight.
Really?
Yes. Fucking a female Hell Knight, I said.
So basically, Doom porn is basically just add boobs to something.
And make it very, very feminine. Like another Hell Knight.
See, but yeah. Now I wonder, is there a Doom porn wad? I wonder. Because like there are so many Skyrim sex mods. Holy crap!
It's just not a surprise anyway.
Although you know what, guys, I'll tell you something that was probably by far the most disgusting Skyrim mod I've ever saw, and wasn't even looking for it. There's actually a horse mod for Skyrim. So yeah, that was not pleasant.
The bronies rejoiced that day.
Because holy crap. But you know, I have to always ask, who has the kind of time to modify that? Really?
Well, put it like this, there's people out there who are willing to draw Doom porn, so there's quite possibly people out there who are willing to make mods for horses in Skyrim.
Ugh. Wolfenstein porn. But yeah, I apologize for the echo. There's nothing I can do, so hopefully it's not too bad. I'm trying to reduce it as much as possible just by turning down my speakers. So it's the best I got. So.
I got two Nazi babies from, well, like Wolfenstein, and there's like something horrific, something disgusting, and fucking this. What the hell are these officers called?
Well, that it literally just SS officers.
Alright, some SS officers are fucking imps. Literally made with the Doom engine.
Wow. I'm glad we are avoiding that.
This is one hell of an interesting stream. You have to admit it.
Hey, yeah, we're not PewDiePie. We're not PewDiePie and the bros. Oh.
You know what? That would be a good name for this. PewDiePie and the Bros.
God. Let's see, Spaghetti Frag says it's the volume that is low. Wait, what? Wait, is it hard to hear? Is it hard to hear everyone talking? Oh, okay. Just trying to fix as much as I can. Trying to do what I can, mate. I don't think PewDiePie would talk about Doom porn though. Well, no, then it might make him kind of cool.
No. What would make it cool is if he started acting like a man, like a man of his own age. Speaking of which, how old is he? Like 30?
I don't know. I does not know. So wait, is the audio okay? Is my audio low? And yeah, I would agree, Sakura. The Alien trilogy actually should have ended at Alien 3. I will agree with that. Because Alien Resurrection, while a fun movie enough, really just pulled the oldest trick in the book of, the character's dead, clone him!
PewDiePie is only 25, and he has made more money than most 25-year-olds will in the next 25 years.
We need M-Man closer. I don't understand.
What? We need M-Man closer to the mic. My mic is literally attached to my headset. The only way I can make this thing closer is if I shove this shit in my mouth.
Maybe you can automatically adjust the mic settings in the Skype Chat, and then go to recording and make sure your mic microphone up.
And Sakraba here says he watched 2 minutes of a PewDiePie video and once felt so depressed he almost castrated himself with a rusty spoon.
Yeah, that's my long and short of it. The effect of any PewDiePie video. Felix
Holy crap, Maximus! Oh my god! Oh, I'm dead. No, I'm not. Make it. Get out. No, god damn it.
37.4 million subscribers.
37 million? That's more people than some countries. Really? Can't just leave a stream? Except I did when I had to go get some water. But yeah, I did rather dislike the goofy tone a bit, but I still thought it was... The thing is, the storyline could have ended at Alien 3, but at the same time, I liked Alien Resurrection more than Alien 3. Because, well, at the very least, Alien Resurrection had stuff happening. And I know, Roadkill, you've mentioned the assembly cut, but I still just don't feel like the assembly cut was all that, well, good. Yeah, it was a little bit better, but, yeah, jeez. I don't know. It's just my big problem with Alien 3 is it just was such a tone shift from Aliens. Because in Aliens, what you had was well, a large number of characters, a large cast of very distinct characters that were actually likable, and then you move on to Alien 3 and all of them are dead. All of them except Ripley are dead.
Alien was the 10, and a sequel just can't really take that level no matter what.
They could have tried. I hope.
Alien Part 2.
Well, actually, funny you should mention that. I did feel like more of an Alien Part 2 because it had the same basic plot of you're trapped in somewhere with something and you have to find a way to defeat it. But I think it was defeated in kind of a... I don't know, even defeating the Xenomorph was kind of boring. It was like they had to covered in, what was it? Was it lava, I think?
I don't know. I only think it looks like, like the commenter just said, in the chat room, each one's different, which is... It's not a good thing. It's not the same thing over and over again.
I suppose that they... But at the same time, the thing is, I don't like Alien 3 these days for one other reason, is that after reading the original rough draft screenplay, that would have made such a better movie. And it was where Hicks would take the reins as the frontman of the series. I think that'd been kind of cool. You know? And like it left it open for Ripley to come back, though.
We'll see what they do this next alien movie.
If they did that, if they made Alien 5, where it basically is the rough draft screenplay made into a movie, I would literally die of happiness.
Well, quite possibly just be a social commentary on the inequality between the rich and the poor, as per Neil Blomkamp's MO.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
You can call the first part the Chronicles of Mystery.
And Spaghetti Frag, the cinematography wasn't that bad in Alien 3. Although I will say that the CGI alien was actually kind of crappy. I think
it wasn't CGI.
It wasn't?
It was a rod puppet filmed behind a blue screen that they composited into the movie. I thought it was CGI figures as well.
Damn. Well, I mean, yeah, and Sakura here says, after Alien's release, it was so successful, they could have started a new character storyline without Ripley. And I think they should have. It would have advanced the series, but... So it was just a puppet, huh? Damn. I recall watching that with some people back in the day, and I remember one of my friends then was like, "This movie gave me cancer."
These movie studios don't get it. Like, to them, they're like, we do turn it was at least better way too. You can like those ones, you know.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like the Terminator movies, Terminator Salvation, all that kind of bond with the box office, and now they're bringing Arnie back.
Yeah, but you know, if it wasn't for the storyline changes with Sarah Connor, I'd have liked it more. If they'd left Sarah Connor, leave Sarah Connor alone. If they left her alone, it would have been better, I think.
Yeah, they don't give features about John Connor.
So yeah, having the Oldinator is not a bad idea. You know, I think Arnie actually got actually, yeah, I like that. And Sakura says here, if you read how bad the production of Alien 3 was, it makes sense. Yeah, I know they kept changing it up, but still, what they got just was still not all that amazing.
Well, I think for the reason they just had a very deep nobody can hear you scream. And it's like, oh, okay.
And that would have been cool. Fuck it, no clip time. That would have been cool if it had been taken place on Earth. Because that was, you know what would have been nice? What really would have been nice would have been if we'd got the Dark Horse storyline. That was great. Because it followed on with Hicks as the main character. It had Ripley nowhere to be found. They didn't even say where she was. And then they brought Ripley back. They had a solo comic with just Hicks and Newt. Then they brought her back at the very end of the second one. Spoiler alert. And then the third one, they were taking out the queen mother of the xenomorphs. So like a super queen, if you will.
Mega queen.
Like a creature so powerful with its mentality that it could like take over the minds of people.
That makes no sense.
Well, the prevailing fan theory back in the early 90s was that the way the xenomorphs communicated was through some sort of telepathy. With the queen being the individual that controlled all the xenomorphs with telepathy. Oh, don't remind me about Wilkes and Billy. We're basically... Okay, so basically after Alien 3, they changed the name from Hicks and Newt to Wilkes and Billy, but they didn't change the characters in the slightest. In fact, you want to know what's funny? Wait, what?
Was that copyright issues or what?
Well, no, because after Alien 3, Hicks was dead, as was Newt. So it didn't make any sense. It was all supposed to be part of a shared universe at the time. But here's the sad thing, though. Or the funny thing, I guess is another way you could put it. When they re-released Aliens The Female War, they colorized it, because the original Dark Horse comics were actually all in black and white. I still have... Well, actually, no, I don't think they all were. I'm not sure. I have the original graphic novels of the first 3 comics. In fact, The Female War, which is what it's called now, wasn't even called that when the first comics were released. It was instead called Earth War, and then they changed it for whatever reason. And really, what I think was the biggest problem with Earth War, at the very least, is it felt like they were trying to rush to the end, but that's neither here nor there. When they colorized Earth War and renamed it, what happened was they apparently fired the editor because every other page, Wilkes would revert to Hicks, and Newt would revert to Billy. It's like, wait, who? Huh? And the art for Earth War was actually the worst of the entire series, I have to say, with Hicks looking almost like Duke from G.I. Joe. And yes, Spaghetti Frag, they could go in a completely different direction. They need to. They can't just make the same movie over and over again. Although they're doing it with Terminator, so maybe is Terminator Genesis even out? Did it turn out good, I wonder?
July 1st in States.
July 1st? But did it turn out good? That's the question. Because, if it's actually entertaining, I'll forgive the storyline changes. I'll forgive that. If it's actually entertaining.
Yeah, I very much doubt it will be entertaining. It'll just be flashy CGI shit with a script that was written by the director's producer's cousin's brother-in-law.
So Michael Bay then.
Pretty much, yeah. If you give me the job of writing the script, I barely know anything about the Terminator War. I could give you a better story.
Well, go. You're on the spot. The whole chat will turn against you and attack.
Okay, first and foremost, I would change the name from Terminator Genesis to something fucking else because the Terminator franchise needs to fucking die.
So you would call it Sister Act 3 then?
What?
That's just a joke that Yahtzee made years ago.
The Terminator franchise needs to die because what else can you do? Because the timeline is okay. When you're dealing with a time travel, you fuck up the timeline so badly that by the end of it, you just need to throw out this timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly ball of stuff completely and try to start over or just do something else.
Well, but that's not how you continue on a franchise. However, you are right that the Terminator franchise does need to... You know what you can do? All you need to do to make the Terminator franchise viable is stop time travel! Stop time travel! My God, stop it. Just show the future war. You could get so many movies out of that.
Yeah, the sequel.
Exactly. That's what Salvation was supposed to be. Salvation was just generic. It might as well have just been Robo-War.
That's what everybody thought T3 was going to be.
Oh, T3. Don't get me started on T3.
Doctor behind.
Ugh. And Sakuraba actually mentions, how about an epic RoboCop versus the Terminator film? That was a great comic, and that would make a good movie.
Yeah, but now it'd be like you were like, this way.
Yeah. But I'd take it. I really would. I would take new RoboCop versus new Naders.
I was going to say back to the whole alien people. Fox was so weird. You think after aliens in the box office perspective, I put more money in people, and I think they just got stingy with the money. Like, they don't put much money in alien or Predator.
Yeah, Fox is very capricious like that. Well, Prometheus had a huge budget, but Predators had barely a fraction of that. Now, Predators was a great movie. I really loved Predators. It did everything it needed to do. Versus Prometheus. Prometheus was just complete crap. Terminator Robo War. I like that.
Prometheus had some good ideas, but it was messy.
I mean, I'll go on about Prometheus.
I don't think it's the worst sci-fi film ever made. It just could have been a lot better. The script was a bit tighter. But I already shared with you all the production problems with all that film.
Well, yeah, I know there was some issues with Prometheus, but at the same time, it had a good visual aesthetic, but what really was let down by a very bad script. It was just... It seemed like they didn't know what they were doing. Let's see, jump up here.
I don't know. Like, when I saw the videos, I was just like, I would have rather just cut off and actually get learning from. So I kind of enjoyed it for being a separate thing, its own thing. But even though it didn't have a show movie, I don't know.
And Acorn here says that the original scripts for Prometheus were actually good. And he kind of liked it as a sci-fi film, and he prepares to be hit. Well, you know what? You won't be hit. You won't be hit.
It's almost like the movie had its heart in the right place. It's just didn't do it properly.
Well, if it was branded as an Alien prequel, which already made it suspect. You know.
Well, apparently Fox said to these people, like, that's what we've got wanting to do, chase the gods instead.
Well, you know, I actually had seen a podcast where people were like, well, thinking that it might have been a more cynical reasoning behind what ended up happening was, okay, if we make it an Alien prequel, we might only get one, right? So if we make it a whole new franchise, that'll bring in all the money, won't it? And I guess I can't fault them for that, because they probably want to make money.
Yeah. How would they do that for people? I would think fixes the problem of the first movie, because there's potential to be a sci-fi epic.
You know, it could, but then you'd have to basically... You know what they could do? Prometheus 2 should retcon Prometheus 1 to where it actually was a dream.
It's like your alien superhero movie,
Well, yeah, just make it a dream. It was all a dream. A bad, bad dream. And, you know, with the dream thing, the reason why that's good is it explains all the stupid behavior that everyone had. It's like, oh, we'll send this ship out to the farthest reaches of space, but we'll have no guards, we'll have no weapons, and we'll have basically our scientists get high while on a highly dangerous mission. They what? Possibly. Oh, let's see. There we go. My God, these guys move fast. I think I killed him, though. See, just check the chat.
I mean, at least warning such money in terms of people, of course. I don't know.
You know, even... Yeah, that really is the big problem, isn't it? But, you know, Sakura here says, if you look at it as a sci-fi film, it's not a bad film, but I still think it really is a bad sci-fi film. It's just there's so many logic flaws that don't make any sense.
Well, I'm proud of you. At least you're not banging your head like you were completely initial review when you did.
Oh, yeah, there was that one. But still, though, I still kind of feel that way, though.
That's the thing. Roadkill reminding me of that review you did with Opal and Bill Sylvia. Now I finally found out what it is about Roadkill's voice. He sounds like a deeper Bill Sylvia.
No! Well, I will say you have a bit more charisma, by which I mean a lot more charisma than he did, though.
I'm just saying their voices sound similar. That's what's been bothering me this entire time.
But, yeah.
Okay, fine, Joy.
And Acorn apparently knows of an amazing review of Prometheus, but it's in French. La Francais.
Just Google Translate it.
Yeah, but that kind of loses something in it, though. Google Translate.
If you don't watch the French review and you're going to watch the movie again, like the more of them, I don't think that's going to happen.
Still, though, I have seen how Prometheus has been explained, but I still cannot get over those logic flaws, though, of them trying to pet the evil alien demon tongue. Like, oh, yeah, this is a great idea. It's like,
I thought it was the evil alien snake.
Well, there's that, too. You could call it anything. Evil alien penis, for all intents and purposes.
Everyone wants the alien demon.
Pretty much. And Acor says, no, not Google Translate. Because, yeah, Google Translate does leave a lot to be desired.